This black woman has done in 4 minutes what I was hoping could be done in the next 10 to 15 years, give or take. I asked a while ago if we had any representation for women in general, and I was delighted when I came across this particular one because, well, you will see here in the next 4 minutes exactly what I was referring to. Tap in. I get tired of hearing ignorant women get in front of these cameras and on these platforms trying to speak about things that are important and matter to us, but they don't have the tools or the mental capacity to be able to articulate themselves in a way that's going to reach a certain audience or all in general. This woman right here, what she has managed to accomplish is nothing short than amazing to me. I'm glad and honored that I was able to come across this, and I am fortunate to be able to share this one with you guys. If you want to check out her channel, she is on TikTok. Um, what stood out to me the most was just the very fact that she was able to address 5 different points within just under 5 minutes. And most people can't even articulate themselves in an hour. But without further ado, I want to play this out. I'm not going to interrupt it. You can let me know in the comment section what you think about this.
Party and to Kamala Harris. This is a message from real Black women. Um, we were freed on January 1st of 1863. Therefore, you're not going to control us. You're not going to bully us into voting for whomever you select for your own personal gain. We're not going to do what you say because we're afraid of you. Those days are over. But I also wanted to specifically address what you're doing with Kamala Harris. First of all, most of us do not care what her race is. You could have promoted her as just a good candidate. But the fact that you're promoting her as the Black woman candidate, that makes people that are intelligent, that makes us pause and say, okay, so what? She's the Black female. Tell me something about what she's going to do for my community, for my family, and for my country. If you can't do that, then you've made a great mistake. You have lost half of us who are intelligent enough to know that the President of the United States must be able to sit across a table from Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong Un, from whomever the new prime minister is, or president of Iran, and from Yi from China. You have to have those qualities. Therefore, you cannot be afraid to have an interview before a favorable news network like NBC, CBS, CNN, ABC, and all of the rest of them. If you are afraid to have an interview, my major concern is what is Putin going to do with you or to you and to the United States? Those are the things that are important to us. Then let's go down the line. Again, if you are a real presidential candidate, we want to know about issues, policies that will affect us, things that you messed up in the last 3.5 years. We want to know today. You have 2 months. Today, how are you going to fix the prices of food in grocery stores? I don't like using the term inflation because most people don't even know what that means. But you know what? Everybody knows what it means, how expensive eggs are. That, she was making these comments about using hot sauce, how expensive. Louisiana hot sauce, I can't afford to buy it anymore because it's gone up. It's like tripled in price or something. And it's crazy. Those are the things that we're interested in. We also want to know illegal immigration, what you have done to the border.
Tell me, this lady did not cook. You do realize that just because you get put in a position to possibly oversee the country, it doesn't exclude you from having to sit down with tyrants and people with machismo and power and influence and folks who have done underhanded things, corrupted people, bribed people, threatened people. I am nowhere near as political as the next person or the average person, but I know damn well that there's a lot of dirt and a lot of dark shit that happens in these places because I see it just in the everyday living on this part of the spectrum. So you want to put her in a place to look over us and look out for us, knowing damn well the odds of her being under that pressure. This is what interests me for the women who look at Kamala Harris and they really support her and think that she is going to just do a fantastic stand up job. We finally got a woman here. Do you really believe in your heart of hearts that women can be in this type of a leadership role and be able to handle the pressures that's absolutely going to come with this because they will? Do you have any answers for the people? Because most of these folks that represent the Congress and all, they get up here and they spew a bunch of bullshit about how they're gonna do this, do that, do this, and they prolong and procrastinate and they drag it out and they, yeah.
Why have you done it to the border? You were the border czar, but now we see an influx of illegal immigrants, military age men. We see what is going on in Colorado. We know that the prisons in Venezuela were emptied and they were told to go to the United States. We see what that has done to our cities. And we want to know, why did you let that happen? We want to know what's happened with child trafficking, drug trafficking, human trafficking on the border when everybody has free reign. Those are the issues that are important to American black women, okay? Real black women who are free, who do not care what race you are. They could have put you out here and never said anything about race. But if you told me, yes, we've made mistakes in the last 3.5 years, but I promise you, in the next month, we're going to get the price of eggs down. Next month, we're going to stop illegal immigration before the election. Show us what you can do before the election comes. Let me see what you have. It's like, okay, don't just talk your talk. You better walk your walk. Do it right now while you're the vice president. Therefore, some of us can follow you. And the other thing, all of the efforts that you're making, that the Democrat Party is making to make you pretend to be a black woman, they're insulting. The fact that you have to change your diction when you go from place to place, insulting. You don't. I've spoken out of nowhere. How many different places? It never has occurred to me to speak differently before different crowds of people. Now, if you're intelligent, you're going to speak intelligently. I don't care where you're speaking. And to assume that you have to talk down to black people is insulting to all black people. You don't have to talk down to us. You don't have to get our feelings hurt. You don't have to get some somebody on stage dancing and twerking to relate to us. Grown people, you can talk to us like grown, and you know what? It doesn't matter what we
She
don't.
cooked. She absolutely
Bang,
cooked.
bang, 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 bang,
Ain't nobody
bang.
gonna tell me otherwise. That lady cooked. Kamala Harris, I hope you heard that. Black women, I hope you heard that. And what was interesting that I want to add on, just my 2 cents, was where she spoke about how if you have a certain level of intellect and you know how to conduct and carry yourself a certain way in one environment, then there's no excuse for you not to be able to do it in all of them. You choose to act one way here and another way there. So which one is it going to be? Are you comfortable in your skin? I mean, what's going on? But you know, for her to be able to have to say what she did just shows how many of our women out here are operating under this brokenness that comes off as entitlement. I deserve this. I'm owed this, and it's not right. It's making everyone else look like they are just as poisoned and toxic as you are, and that's not true. So shout out to this young lady, man. Um, Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Do you agree with her? Uh, yeah.